You would not even believe the amount of information I've been getting about the divine feminine and the patriarchy, the divine masculine, all of it. And I've been doing a deep dive, as has my partner in crime, my sister, and we've discovered some things. And I know that not everybody is going to agree with me here, but this is the information that we have received, and it honestly, I've had confirmation from the spirits and gods that I work with. So here we go. First of all, my sister was in meditation, and when she was coming out, she got a flash of Medusa. And so she's like, hey, Medusa's entered the chat. So I connected with Medusa, and apparently, the whole thing about Poseidon SAing Medusa in Athena's temple, and then Athena getting all mad and turning Medusa into the snake headed monster that turns people to stone. That is, of course, a human myth made up by humans. Athena, to keep a balance between the patriarchy and the divine feminine, because I have to explain this in a train of thought. Okay. In order to keep a balance between the divine feminine and the patriarchy, Athena created Medusa specifically to hold and embody all of the rage, hurt, abandonment, everything that women go through at the hands of men. So Medusa is the embodiment of female rage, basically. That's why so many of us love her, adore her, and look to her as a symbol of feminine strength. And so what we did is we took a Metatron's cube. If you're not familiar with Metatron's cube, please Google that, look it up. But it's sacred geometry, and the way it's set up, and there's like a tesseract at the center of it, and we took that, activated it with love, and placed it in the heart chakra of Medusa, because as she heals, as the betrayal, rage, hurt, and all the stuff done at the hands of men heals in Medusa, so goes the rest of the divine feminine collective. And then I noticed that we were like, well, maybe let's heal the divine feminine. What else do we need to do? And then when I do energy work, I tend to alchemize a lot of energy, and I call myself a balance keeper. And so I balance a lot of energy. And so what I noticed is that maybe we need to heal the divine masculine, because the patriarchy and the divine masculine are not the same. The patriarchy is what happens when the divine masculine is forgotten, out of balance. The patriarchy is a response, an energetic response that has physically manifested because people are scared, they're living in fear, and they crave control. They just want to have control over something. So that's where the patriarchy comes in. And it's bastardization or a twisting of masculinity. So if we heal the divine masculine, then perhaps, and healing the divine feminine, perhaps we can balance them, and that will be the fall of the patriarchy. Because I think right now, if we just let the divine feminine rise as it is without healing the divine masculine, I don't think it. I think it'll be a harder fight than it needs to be, like we're going through right now. So I was like, well, who better to heal the divine masculine than Thor? Because let's face it, most men, if you ask them who is the epitome of masculinity, they're going to say Thor probably, because he is the divine masculine. He's the most masculine god, I think. There are lots of masculine gods, but Thor is like, he's got the hammer, he's worthy, all that good stuff. God of thunder. But also, as my sister pointed out, with that thunder, he brings rain. And apparently thunder also does something chemically to the soil that helps things grow. And he's a protector, and we know he's worthy because he can pick up his hammer. So I'm going to be working with Thor to find out what we need to do to heal the divine masculine. And we're going to continue to work with Medusa and Athena, because Athena was her creator and her keeper to keep that balance. And it's all very complex, and a lot of it sounds very odd, but I promise there's truth in this. All of my guides and the gods that I work with, and Athena have confirmed this for me. I promise I'm not crazy. Or maybe I am. I don't know. I know I'm weird, so maybe I'm crazy too. I don't know. But anyway, that's what I feel about the divine feminine and the patriarchy and divine masculinity. The end. Stay weird. Love you. Bye.